Mm. All right. We are live. Hey guys, it's me, the informative expat. We are here on today's Wednesday rant. Welcome into the stream. As you guys come in, go ahead and smash that like button. We have No Limit Eddie getting the stream all ready and set up for you guys. Oh, keeps taking it. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment in the chat. Let us know where you are tuning in from, and let us know if this is your first Wednesday rant or if you've been here before. Let us know. Let us know. But go ahead and smash that like button. It just lets YouTube know that you are enjoying the live. Okay, let's see. I was actually
All right, I think we're good. I believe we're all set up now. Not 100% certain. I don't have my tripod with me today.
You thugging like that?
Thugging today. But shout out everybody who's on this live stream right now. Look, it's me, No Limit Eddie, back with another live stream with my sister, the informative expat. Today is a Wednesday rant. So on these days, which is a Wednesday, we come on to this live stream and we just talk about random jazz, things that we care about, things that we like. We travel around the world full time. That's what we do. That doesn't mean we necessarily love it. Traveling is kind of a part of our life. Living abroad kind of part of our life. But things that we love is what we talk about on these streams and on these Wednesday rants. So I want to ramble and rant to you guys about some pretty interesting topics today. You guys saw the thumbnail and the title. We're talking about for sure in this live stream, Cam Newton getting jumped at his own nonprofit event that he organized in the hoods of Atlanta. So we're going to talk about that for sure. But before that, we of course have a couple other topics to talk about. Now, with that being said, if you are new to this channel, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, what should we talk about first, MC?
The cat.
Boxing. So, when it comes to the boxing content, guys, there's been a lot in the water boxing. Of course, the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight has been announced, and they did their first press conference yesterday. Was it, Shan?
Yeah.
Okay. The first press conference was yesterday, so there's been a lot of entertaining news that came from that. Then we had outside of that, we'll talk about that. Outside of that, what else happened in water boxing? We talk about Tank versus Frank Martin has been confirmed. Tank versus Frank Martin has been confirmed. Okay. And then we have Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou versus what's his name? Anthony Joshua. So those are three things we got to talk about. So let's start off with Ryan. Let's start with Ryan and Devin. What you got to say about what's going on with these guys?
All right. So basically, Devin, I know we talked about in the live stream, Devin had mentioned that Ryan was on drugs, hard drugs, and he knows it for a fact. And you never want to really believe it, but now that he has said that, it's like a magnifying glass has went on Ryan, and I see all the qualities of it. Like everything is standing out to me now. So, with that being said, watching the press conference yesterday, that was one of the most interesting press conferences that I have probably ever watched. It was so awkward. There were so many like random outbursts, that came from Ryan. There were so many times that he just like stood up in the middle of a speech and was like dapping people up. Like it was just a bunch of random things happening in there, and then the way he just went from like normal to very, very like intense in like 10 seconds, it was like, okay, these are definitely symptoms of a crackhead. You know what I mean? And it was like, whoa. But yeah, what you got to say about the press conference?
Okay, so all right, so let's talk Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney.
Okay.
We gotta always gotta have the intros for that when we flip it up and stuff. So let's talk Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. So firstly, you guys know how I feel about Teofimo Lopez. I love Teofimo Lopez inside the ring. Amazing boxer, incredible boxer. His last showing was very disappointing, though. Very disappointing in Teo.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of performances from Teo that I really, really enjoy. Loma fight, the Cambosos fight, both really, really good fights. Even though he did lose the Cambosos fight. Now, I hate Teofimo outside the ring, however. His interviews are so incoherent, I feel like I'm losing brain cells by watching them. Now, when I watched the Ryan Garcia interview he did with the ex-UFC guy, it's like Boxing Junkie, or you guys probably have seen it if you guys are boxing fans. Everybody was on there. Eddie Hearn was on there. Bill was on there. Devin was not Bill. Eddie, Devin, and Ryan both had interviews on that channel, on that show. Now, when I was watching Ryan's, it definitely gave tweak vibe, like tweaking, and the stuff he was saying didn't make sense. If somebody was leaving comments like, as someone who used to use drugs, I can definitely say this man is on drugs. Like it's like a serious conversation now. Like, is Ryan Garcia using the powder?
Right.
You see? And you know, it's because Oscar De La Hoya is his mentor, and Oscar De La Hoya has admitted to using that powder, you know, playing with his nose, that people are like, okay, well, maybe he got passed on to Ryan. We don't know, you know? And he definitely was showing some symptoms. Now, I'll be honest, his interviews were still significantly more coherent than Teofimo.
Yes.
You know, significantly more coherent than Teofimo. But there was portion of the interview that's just like, okay, what are you talking about right now? You know, and I'll say that. Now, when it came to the press conference itself, the press conference was interesting because Ryan Garcia got beef with Bernard Hopkins. Bill Haney got beef with Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins got beef with Bill Haney. Eddie Hearn got beef with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya got beef with Eddie Hearn. So then it's like people having beef with each other, but they all got to come together to make this fight happen. So I think that was one thing that made the fight press conference interesting. But then what also made it interesting was the fact that, you know, the two fighters, they know a lot about each other. You know, they were grew up with each other in the amateurs, different things like that. So some things got exposed that other fighters couldn't expose about each other. You know what I mean? So they got exposed that Devin Haney got his first NA count by Ryan Garcia. You know, he got exposed that Ryan Garcia's dad was a referee, you know, and Ryan Garcia's mom was a judge. So that puts the question: is that 3-3 really 3-3, or was there some favoritism or nepotism involved? You know, they said, as Ryan said, that his parents never officiated any of his fights against Devin, but at the same time, like, we always want to look out for, even if it's subconscious, we want to look out for our own. You know, and so if they buddy with the referees in the back room, don't think they're gonna look out for their son, that person's son, and vice versa. Hey, I look up for yours, and you look for my son. That seems like it makes sense. A conspiracy. And things like that. So something got exposed, something got brought out. You know what I mean? Now, Devin Haney did not deny getting nearly knocked out by Tank. He never denied that. That's one thing that I can say.
Right. And that's something you have to be observant of. Like, they did not deny it full out. They just kept like, okay, well, why would he show you the video? Why would he say that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Why did they show the video? Exactly. It never denied that Devin Haney basically got knocked out by Tank. Never denied it. Now,
and granted, they said this took place when they were like teenagers.
Yeah.
But still, they're trying to make it like, oh, it was official, it was a big thing and stuff like that. But this took place when they were a teen, I feel like 17.
Yeah. Well, no. That they spoiled. Ryan was saying that the Tank knockout was like 19, but Devin was 19. That's what he said. Now, Devin's 25 now. So that's 6 years. So 6 years of improvement.
Okay.
Yeah. So since then, Devin has gotten in the ring with a lot better fighters. He got in the ring with Lomachenko. He had the ring with Carlos Cambosos. You know, he had the ring with some top level opponent, Regis Prograis. And so I think now Devin is a better fighter than he was at 19, clearly. But you know what I mean? He didn't deny that he almost got knocked out by Tank. And so that's something to really talk about. You know, and that confirms the story that Adrian Broner was talking about, saying like, yeah, like, you almost got knocked out by Tank. We almost had to stop it. But then at the end, Devin ended up getting a better Tank. That's what even Adrian Broner admitted. You see what I'm saying? So it seems like if there was a Devin Tank fight, you know, of course, Tank has that knockout power. But Devin is, to me, probably still a superior boxer, you know. And so that just goes straight to that. So, yeah, we have to just see. You know, we have to see if that fight will ever occur. And I think that Devin is willing to take the fight. I think Tank is not willing to take the fight though. So that's all I can say.
Right. I agree. I feel like Tank definitely chooses his fights and he chooses them
Yeah.
wisely. He takes easier fights for the money.
Right.
Big money fights. That's really what he goes. And he doesn't really go after the most difficult opponents. He more goes after the bag.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? If that's the fight, if that's the fighter you choose to be, that's the fighter you choose to be. But at the same time, it is important to recognize that the fighters, have to navigate their career because they're the ones putting their life in the ring, life in jeopardy every time they step in the ring. So I got to respect whoever they choose to fight. But at the same time, the fans want to see certain fights. You know what I mean? The fans want to see certain fights, and the fans I don't like the lies like one team blaming that team, the next team blaming the other team. It's like, no, get in the ring and really fight as men. As boxers, the best fighting the best. That's what I prefer to see. So, I want to see a Devin Haney fight Tank. So, will that ever happen? We don't know. You know what I mean? But of course, that name was brought up multiple times on this press conference. And what do you have to say about Floyd Mayweather secretly hating? This is another clip right here. What do you have to say about Floyd Mayweather secretly hating Devin Haney? How do you feel about that?
I personally want to know why all these people hate Haney. Like, nobody has yet to explain why they hate him, but somehow everybody has undercover pressure, beef, smoke, whatever you want to call it, with Haney or with Bill. Why? Why? You know what I mean? But nobody has yet to come out and say it. So, I mean, of course, when you're good at something, they say if you're not getting hated on, you're not doing it right. So I get it. But at the same time, why are we hating on other Black fighters? Like, why we all just can't come together? Like, what's the problem?
I understand that. You know what I mean? It does sound like there's some secret beef because why is Floyd going on a jog telling Ryan not to fight Devin? Why is Tank? Why is Floyd going to secure fights and not Devin fights? When Devin is literally the undisputed champion at that weight class, why did Floyd never show up there? Why is it that Floyd is telling Devin to be fair and to give Shakur 50-50 when she couldn't even have a belt at that weight division? Why is it disrespect for?
And why is he, as a grown man, holding on to this video and showing everybody? What is that that's making you say, "Hey, watch this video, Devin. Hey, watch this video, Devin." Well, just put it out. If you want to keep holding on to it and you want it to be known so badly that Tank almost knocked him out, put the video out. Why has it been years, almost a decade, and you still secretly showing people on your phone, "Hey, look at this video. Look at this video." Why? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, it could very well be that Floyd's a genius marketer. So it could very well be. And again, I like Floyd. I enjoy Floyd. Right. I'm a fan of Floyd. But I at the same time, you got to call out hating when it's hating. Hating is still hating. Like, so I personally feel like Floyd doesn't want any one next man to beat him, to beat Floyd. And what I mean by beat Floyd is like beat his record of that 50-0. And if anyone has the potential and the dedication to do it, it's Devin the Dream Haney. And I personally think, just like Deontay Wilder has said, Floyd never embraced him until after he lost. I personally believe that and Deontay had like 42 fights, something like that. And then once he lost, then Floyd came around and embraced him. So it seems to me, or tried to embrace him, which Deontay shunned. But it seems to me like Floyd don't want one next man to break his record. You see? Even when Floyd is on the stage with his fighters, like he'll go and overshadow them at their press conferences. Start talking to them. So I think that that is really what it is. That's really what it is. And Ryan lost. Ryan lost the team. Now he buddy buddy with Floyd.
Yeah. So going on running and seeing secret videos and changing fights and opponent. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So that's what I believe. Like Floyd will embrace Devin if Devin Haney loses. Now I don't believe that Devin Haney has any plans of losing. And I don't think he is. And so let's do our predictions. Let's do our predictions of Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Bill Haney said 5th round knockout. What are you saying as a viewer of boxing?
As a viewer of boxing and as a fan of Devin, I don't think Devin is gonna do a knockout. It may be close. It may be one of those like Ryan wobbling, but I don't think it's an out cold knockout. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's one of those that's gonna come from Devin. You feel me? But I think he's definitely going to make Ryan wobble. And I say maybe like around the sixth or seventh round, you know, that'll come. But I don't think it's gonna be a straight up knockout. But I think Devin is definitely gonna go to distance. But he's gonna win by, you know what I mean, like points. Yeah, I feel like that. I don't think it's gonna be a stone cold knockout.
Okay, respect. So my prediction is Devin Haney wins as well. I believe he's gonna win. Number one, because I believe he's just a better boxer. I think almost everybody believes that. But then number two, I believe he's just more dedicated and focused and has more self-confidence than Ryan Garcia. So that's why I'm leaning towards Devin the Dream Haney for coming out with a victory. Now, Ryan Garcia is a great boxer. He does have knockout power, which is improving. If he catches Devin with a good punch, he can knock Devin out for sure. But what he showed within a tank fight is that, you know, if you take away his greatest weapon, then he's not, you know what I mean? He's not having too many answers. So he is 2 fights removed. This will be the second fight removed from the tank loss. So again, we don't know, you know, what he's trained and what he's improved on, but I still got Devin Haney winning. Like you said, I don't have it by knockout, by straight out cold knockout. But but what Devin is saying is if Ryan plays around and gets reckless, that he will knock him out. And when Devin Haney speaks some stuff, I believe it. So
I believe it. Yeah.
So if Ryan Garcia does get a little wild, does get a little reckless, then I do expect him to at the very least get dropped by Devin Haney. Now, if he gets knocked out, that will be amazing. Now, there's a chance that both of them get knocked out or knocked down. You know, this is one of the fights where anyone could get knocked down. So this is a fight to me worth watching.
And I feel like even at the weight that Devin is right now, even when he fought Regis, and Regis is like his power will sneak up on you, you know, and that's how he got knocked down a few times, you know, because he said the power just like snuck up on him. And with Ryan kind of being so erratic, even when you watch his fights, he just comes out the gate just swinging, you know what I mean? Just trying to bulldoze you. And I feel like during those times, Devin remains super calm and he's focused. And during that time is where it's crucial, where he can definitely hit Ryan with something and Ryan, you know what I mean? Oh, hit the mat, you know? So I feel like it's gonna be a very juicy fight. It's gonna be a lot of like get up and like, whoa, you saw that? Like, I feel like that fight is gonna be a lot of that into it. But I'm excited for the fight. I can't wait.
That's one of the ones that I'm excited for as well. So I'm both excited for that fight. And then we've been talking about boxing for a while, so we'll go to the other topics. But guys, so we're excited for that fight. Of course, I'm excited for Ngannou versus Joshua. That's one fight that I'm looking forward to as well. I'm not going to stream it live. That is one fight that I want to watch highlights of. I want to know who won. I want to do all that. And but when we get into the main topic of today's stream, let's get it kicked off with a man and a cat. So introduce that story for us, Shannon, about the man and the cat, and then we'll play the video. The video was super low on my computer for some reason, but it was loud on my phone. So hopefully it'll be loud when I stream it. But go ahead and talk to the streets.
Okay. So basically this story is kind of wild, guys. Long story short, a man loved his cat. He had a senior cat. His wife took her forever to get pregnant. She finally gets pregnant and she becomes magically allergic to the cat. And now they have to make a decision. The husband and the wife came to an agreement, but the wife backed out and did something super crazy. And we're going to find out in this video.
Perfect. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up. Get this joint queued up. Oh, hold on. I got to go to Zoom.
How's my intro skills? I was working on it.
Intro was decent.
Okay, good.
Advanced.
I was on the spot.
Video. Cat video.
A man is considering divorcing his wife after she dropped his cat off at the animal shelter without telling him because she was pregnant and miserable. She became allergic to cats during her second trimester, specifically their senior indoor cat who her husband had raised since it was a kitten. The man explained in his Reddit post that the doctor said sometimes this can happen. The wife wanted to rehome the cat, insisting it was the only answer to their dilemma. The man attempted a compromise, saying that he and his wife could stay with her parents, who lived only 10 minutes away, while the cat would stay in their home and he would check on the cat every day. The wife was not at all satisfied and accused her husband of prioritizing the cat over her health and the baby's health. But he didn't want to traumatize the cat over something that might be temporary. He ended up making arrangements with his brother, who said he would adopt the cat when he got back from a trip in 2 weeks. But 2 weeks wasn't soon enough for the wife, who said the cat had to go ASAP. One day the husband came home from work and found his cat gone. His wife said that since he wouldn't get rid of the cat, she did. The wife had taken the cat to a local shelter. He immediately went to the shelter and showed them a picture of his cat. The cat had had a heart attack in the shelter due to a large dog and passed away. The shelter gave this man back his cat's body in a shoebox. The husband could no longer speak to his wife and is considering divorce. Over 85% of Americans own a pet, and losing a pet that you've spent a significant amount of...
All right. Okay, so that was that clip. That was that clip. Now, let's start off by saying, who do you feel you are, whose side are you on? The one next man side or the woman's side?
Okay, so this is like, I'm 50-50 with it, because
Okay.
I own a cat. I love my cat dearly. And if somebody was to just do that to me, I would be devastated. Trust issues on 10. But at the same time, I can feel the woman's pain and being like, we finally get pregnant. I'm carrying your child. This is our first child together. And, I'm telling you I'm allergic to the cat, and you're kind of prioritizing the cat over me. Yes, the husband did make a solution of, going to his brother's house and all that. But I do feel the wife's pain as far as like, just get rid of the cat,
Right.
I'm kind of in the middle on it. I'm kind of in the middle. How do you feel? I know you kind of hate cats, but at the same time you kind of love Papa, so it's like, come on.
So we're gonna start off here. So, man gets this woman pregnant, married this woman, gets this woman pregnant. Okay, now she has his child. Okay, next thing you know, second trimester. Now she's allergic to cats. It's affecting her, and therefore that man's child. Man says, "Well, this might just be a temporary illness. Let's not make a permanent solution to a temporary problem."
Right.
Okay. Logical. Now, his solution was absolutely and totally disgraceful as a man. I'm 100% on the side of the woman in this situation.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you're 100% on the side of the woman, right?
Yes.
What is the husband supposed to do with the cat that has grown up in a house and is now a senior cat? The cat has been all over everything in the house for years.
Okay.
So what would you do?
This is what we're gonna say. First and foremost, if anybody who's coming into the live stream, make sure to like the stream, guys. Make sure to like the stream. We are live right now, taking our time to make this video. If you find it entertaining, then leave a like on it. Find it funny, then leave a like on it. If you learn something, leave a like on it. All right. This helps YouTube to push it out to more people in the algorithm. All right. I appreciate you guys for doing that. It means a lot to both me and my sister, the informative expat. By the way, on this channel, we talk mostly about traveling and living abroad, but on these Wednesday rants, we kind of just talk about whatever we find interesting. Okay. So there's something that me and Shane had a personal debate about. And so I said, man, let's actually make content around this. I see a comment from somebody named Jaja. I said, Eddie, what are you wearing on your head? Question mark. LOL, Eddie, is that a bonnet? Yeah. My hair has grown so much now that now when I put on the do-rag, it's just the afro is too big. So I had to switch it up to getting one of these. I actually just bought this joint yesterday. So yes, I'm gonna go back to my cornrows and I can go back to the do-rag, but for now, this is what I'm wearing. So it's actually 9:19 at night, so I'll be going to bed pretty much after this. But the man's solution was a disgrace. That woman is, and again, this story may or may not be real. It was a Reddit post. It was a Reddit post. We don't know if it's real or not, but it was real. Why would you move your pregnant wife out of her home into her parents' home? Going to somebody else's house, period, is uncomfortable. Going to somebody else's house while you're pregnant, I can only imagine would be even more uncomfortable. That's the first thing. You want to be in a place of comfort, your own home, while you're going through something such as a pregnancy. You're living in a spare bedroom in somebody's house. No. Why? Because of a cat? It's silly. Now, This man is basically saying, I'm going to give the whole house to the cat. Screw you and my child. So
I
to
don't
me,
think that's what he was
he's a
saying though, because
loser.
I don't think that's what he was saying, because the cat has been all over that house. So even if he said, okay, we getting rid of the cat today, we dropping them off, the cat has touched everything. The smell of the cat, the fur of the cat is in everything. It's on the couch, it's on the couch, it's everywhere. So
Okay.
what would have been like the best solution? Does he hire somebody to come in and deep clean the house
Yes.
so that
Yes.
his wife could, but would that get rid of it? What if she was still, facing those allergies? Then what?
No. No. You literally take that cat and you make him an outside cat, or you put him into a daycare. You put the cat into a daycare that somebody else has to hold. Yeah, he has these disease ailments, but who cares? A cat life doesn't equate to a human life. So then what you do is you hire Stanley Steamers and you say, I had a cat and it's affecting us. I need this house clean from top to bottom. As a
Okay.
man, that's what
Okay.
I would have suggested. I'm not going to say, let's go move into a bedroom inside of your parents' house. Not even his parents' house, it's her parents' house. It's even worse. So I would, I would just have gotten rid of the cat, put it into a little backyard house, or gave it to a family member or something like that, you know, and then had a professional cleaners to clean the house.
Okay.
But you see the fact that number one, he's willing to give the entire house to the cat because he said, let's move out so the cat could have his house. It's disgrace. Number two, he is willing to divorce his wife and the soon-to-be mother of his child for what? That same cat. So I can only imagine how many times in a relationship that he put that cat before he put his wife. If he's willing to put it before not only his wife but his unborn child. So to me, like the man is an L. And what kind of man owns a cat to begin with? Especially a cat with ailments.
The cat was a senior cat. Like,
He's nothing
the
to me.
cat was a senior cat. So he's probably had that cat since before he even met his wife. You know what I
Right?
mean?
Why would he?
So,
Who chooses to get a cat?
Eddie, you know who chooses to get a cat. People
Loser.
choose to get cats. Whatever.
His decision
Anyway,
making has proven to be flawed.
all right. Anyways, yeah, I'm on the side of both of them, because I would be upset if I come home and my cat is not there, and then you tell me, oh, I dropped it off at the shelter because you took too long, and it's literally the next day, and I go and get my cat, thinking I'm gonna go pick up my cat, retrieve him to go make different arrangements for him, and they give him to me back in a shoebox. Essentially, you killed my cat. So now I
Okay.
have issues, and
Okay.
now it's like, no,
Now.
but wait.
Okay.
Now I have trust issues, because if a woman could do that, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What's to say that in the middle of the night or when this man is at work, this lady don't pick up and take their child and go somewhere and then don't return? What's to say it don't keep going further? And it's like, now every time as a man, when I go to work to go to provide for you and my child, what's to say that when we had the argument last night, you didn't get so pissed that you say, I'm leaving this man. I'm moving out. I'm taking this kid and I'm going. Now I'm scared every single day that I go to work. I don't know if I'm going to come home to an empty house. It progresses from there. You don't just do that type of thing one time. If a woman does that once, she's going to do it again and again and again. That's scary. That is scary.
So now this cat, we don't even know what kind of allergic reaction she was having. So imagine this woman sneezing, coughing, doing all that type of stuff, and she's already second trimester, so 4 months pregnant, I think. I don't know. So to me, it's just like if you see this type of issues going on to the point where you have to go to a doctor, and doctor like, yeah, you're allergic to cat. I just feel like his solution was very minuscule and very weak. And so therefore the woman had to act in such a manner because he literally was prioritizing the cat over her. And she knew already he wasn't gonna do a dang thing about that cat. He's a lowlife to me. So if I was her, in this situation, I don't think that makes her less trustworthy. I think I make her more trustworthy. Because she like, I'm gonna do what's necessary to take care of my child. He like, screw the child. I'm taking care of the cat. He literally went into divorce his woman before she even has his child, for the cat. So, now am I happy the cat died? No, of course I'm not happy the cat died. But what was the woman supposed to do? She gave it up to the man to make a decision. The man failed in his decision-making process. So
Right.
he came with a decision. And, number two, she got a pregnancy brain to begin with. So you can't hold a woman during her pregnancy brain to the same standard you hold her when she's not having those same imbalances of hormones, different things like that. So I would, as a man, I would say, oh, I'm not going to trust her now because she did this, all this other stuff. If it's a situation like this, it's not goofy to where it's just random. Like she just randomly picked a cat and just threw it out. No, she literally has doctor verifications that like this cat is wicked to her. You know.
I get it. I get it. But it definitely would make me on edge, definitely, for sure. Like, you willing to do that once? Like, what's to say you want to do it again?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I want to know in the comment section, man, what do y'all think about this whole cat situation? You know, do you guys agree with the man? Do you guys agree with the woman? Do you guys are you guys 50-50? I feel like it's not a 50-50 debate. It's a one side or another side. Let me know which side you guys are on. Like I said, I'm on the side of the woman. You know what I mean? I think the man should really get into the boxing ring or watch some, positive content around, mental frameworks. But yeah, yeah. So that's that situation there. Great topic. I enjoyed that topic. You know what I mean? I feel like there was some interesting, to me, there's interesting thought process behind it. Now, when it comes to the next topic, we could be talking about what's this? The next topic we could talk about. We're talking about the woman who got disabled and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Since you've been practicing, cue us up. Cue us up with that one. I don't got no image or video for that one. Just cue us up. Synopsis.
Okay, so I'm not sure what happened to this lady. They didn't really say in the articles or when I was like looking it up what happened to her, but she apparently went into a lawsuit and she won some type of disability check for whatever happened to her. She won a case and she won $800,000, right? So before the check even got sent out, this lady decides, hey, I'm gonna go and do, certain people activities, and I'm gonna go to a tree throwing competition. Now, like I said, the check hasn't even been sent to her yet. It was on the way. She decides that she no longer wants to wait for the check to pretend that she's disabled. She wants to go and do a tree throwing competition. She does that. The people get wind who I guess gave her the case, who she lost the case to. Won the case with. They gave her $800,000 check. They decided to cancel it because they seen pictures and photos and videos of her doing a tree throwing competition. It was all over the internet.
Perfect. Now, she was from Ireland. She lives in Ireland. So you can tell her psychodemographics, white woman, clear woman. She decides that she got hit in the back. She got hit in the back while driving. And so the lawsuit was to an insurance company. It was an insurance company. Now, the tree throwing contest was around a year after she kind of got the settlement. Like she kind of got approved for the settlement. Now, she never got the money. But she got it basically like, yeah, like you've been awarded basically $800,000. And so she claimed that the incident was so bad she couldn't stand sitting down at work for the 8 hours, and she couldn't even carry her children, and a loss of wages would amount to around 500,000. So I guess they gave her 500 for that, plus another 300 300 for the loss of quality of life. Mm-hmm. And she ended up getting caught in 5K throwing a Christmas tree, and she won the competition. So she was saying like, I can't even carry my children, all this type of stuff. Next thing they got photos of her winning the competition, and so she lost it. She lost it. The judge ended up like basically like saying you lied. Like this is not true. This falsified document. Now I got a couple of statements on this, but I first want to know like, what's your statement on this, Shan? Like what are your facets of imagination when it comes to this case?
I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, you have to play it out to the end. Like you have to play it out. You have to play your part. You cannot waver. Like they wouldn't even catch me going into Walmart without my gear, like my equipment. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make sure, because when they give away that much money, they want to make sure like you're truly disabled. So I'm not gonna be going to no spin class. I'm not gonna be doing no competitions. I'm gonna be pretending like I'm really disabled because I have to play the part. And for them to find out, that you're not really disabled, of course they're gonna try to disprove that. They don't want to pay $800,000. Right. They don't want to give you anything. So they're definitely gonna have somebody watching you. And like you said, this was a year after, and they still have people watching her. So you cannot just, okay, it's cool. Let me go and do this competition. Like they ain't gonna see it. No, and then you won. Your name is Googleable. You know what I mean? So that is wild. I wouldn't have done that. I would have got that check. I would have pretended for the next 10 years of my life. My whole family would have been in on it and everything. Like we finna eat off this check, but I wouldn't have did that competition for sure. You have to play the part.
Okay.
Take the life extent, you have to continue it. Like you have to.
Okay, but here's my beef. Who's to say that she wasn't actually injured? It's been over a year. People heal. Injuries are not forever. And then number two, how do you end it off of photos? When we live in a world where AI can fake anything. So I'm pretty sure to get awarded that amount of money against an insurance company, they have to have been doctored, knows all that different stuff. So how can this one piece of evidence just override it? To me, it feels like the insurance company had a hand in making sure that this check didn't go, even though that was nothing to insurance company. I feel like they had a hand in making sure that this didn't go through. I don't like it.
Of course they did, you know, but still, she shouldn't have been doing that. And if you got into such a bad accident, like, and you at least wait until the check comes and it clears.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree to that. I agree. Like you gotta play. You gotta wait. You have to. It's war still. You have to, wait at least.
Right.
But at the same time, I just feel like even if she did win a tree throwing competition, like how does that evidence destroy all the other evidence? I don't respect that. You know what I mean? I really don't respect that.
Because how can you say that you're disabled when you have a disability? It's something that's for a long time or permanent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
You saying that you had a disability and within a year you've healed and you were able to physically train, you were able to work out, you were able to practice throwing trees, all this within the time of 1 year. But you claim you had a disability where I needed to give you $500,000 for that disability, plus another $3 for your loss of quality of life. Your quality of life didn't change.
Understood. Yeah. And so that's just my first perspective though. Like I feel like the insurance company had a hand in that. I don't respect that. But then my second view of the opinion is this is what happens when you're doing too much for the cloud. Not everything is meant to be posted on the internet. Why are you being photographed as such a competition? Why are you being posted up, holding an award, taking flicks, standing up perfectly fine? As a mother, she failed herself by doing that. Like you should know better. You can't just post everything for the gram. You can't just post everything for the Facebook. People are watching. People are plotting on you at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why even with us, with our way we travel, when we move, we may say, "Yeah, I got this going on," but we don't let people know exactly where our location is. We won't let them know exactly how we moving or how we this or how we there because things can get too inquisitive. You don't know who's watching your content. In this case, she got full-fledged lawyers watching her videos, waiting for her to slip. And so, you just gotta be mindful of that type of stuff. You gotta be mindful of that type of stuff. So that's my second message is like you guys gotta be careful. You guys can't post everything on the internet. You know what I mean? I think, and that's what I was talking about too, Shane. Like some things can't be posted on the internet because the next man we want to do something just because it's you. You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about with relationships. But I don't really like relationships to be publicized on the social media because now somebody may want my girl just because that's no limit Eddie's girl. So,
and that's a lot of times what happens. They say that the attraction level of somebody in a relationship is higher than when they're single. So it's like once you get into a relationship, people on the outside find you more desirable because they say, "Oh, they treat this person like this. They do this person like this. Oh, that could be me." And then they end up. Studies have shown that they end up to find you more attractive when you are in a relationship, and then even more when you're in a marriage, which is I found that to be crazy.
Right, exactly. It's that the grass on the grass on the other side is always greener. You want what you can't have, and so that's just one of those things. It's like some things can't always be publicized, to the internet, and people got to be aware of that. Like the internet is not your friend, So this is the number one tool of the agency. You know what I mean? To be broadcasting and all kind of stuff. So people got to recognize that. But that's what I had about that tree throwing lady, man. I didn't even know there was tree throwing contest. And then that's nothing. You throwing Christmas trees, you know what I mean? Like that's the crazy part there. That's a judgment of the Most High. Why are you throwing Christmas trees and all this type of stuff? So Yeah, that's the wild part about it. But yeah, to lose $800,000 check is kind of wild. Again, I was supposed to cover her for life. I was supposed to like replace her career earnings for life, which is not $800,000, not that much money. Based on her I just say fools and the money shall soon depart. So even if she got the 800,000, she would have blown it. You know what I mean? She would have been a rookie at
Based
best.
on her decisions,
Based
yep.
on her decision making, yes, she would have blown it. So she just saved herself the headache and the chaos. She could have got into a lot more trouble with 800K. So back to the drawing board for her. You know.
That's sad. That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna cue this one up. I'll cue this one up here. So everybody knows America is a system of systems. If you can understand the law, if you can understand gray areas, you can understand how the law is written, you can exploit it. So we're gonna watch a video now about a guy who figured out how to basically get free housing in America, I think particularly in Portland. We're gonna watch this video, cue it up, I'll watch it for you guys. And again, if you guys are enjoying this, this is the Wednesday rant with No Limit Eddie and the Informative Expat. The Informative Expat is located on TikTok. Make sure you go ahead and follow her. Let's get her to 10,000 followers over on TikTok. Simultaneously, my name is Olim Eddie. I am an American who travels around the world full time. Right now, I'm in the country of Egypt. Yes, that's right. All right. So is the Informative Expat too. Both in Egypt right now. If you want to know how we afford to do that, link is in the description. NoLimitEddie.com/opt-in. How the heck do you make money online to live and travel abroad full time? Check that out. Now, let's go ahead and cue up this video. Zom. Screen share. House hack. Ooh.
This is how I got a free house in Portland, Oregon, and how you can too. So the first thing I did was find a vacant house that somebody was trying to rent. Next, I looked up how to break into a lockbox without using force. Thanks, YouTube. God. Next, I forged some documents. This made it look like I had a lease agreement, and I called the utility companies and had the utilities put in my name. I'm not going to pay them, but they don't know that. When the owner showed up, I politely explained that this was my house now, and they need to leave. So they call the police, and I show them my lease agreement and the utility bills, and they tell the owner that this is a civil matter, and they've got to sue me. Wow. This made the owner super angry, so she lawyers up and tries to evict me. Of course, I can't afford a lawyer, so I call up a tenant advocacy group who gives me a lawyer that's 100% free and funded by taxpayers. So my out-of-pocket is still $0. So this lawyer fights on my behalf for months and months, really driving the owner crazy and costing her tens of thousands of dollars. Finally, the owner decided it would be cheaper to just give me a chunk of cash to leave rather than continue paying the lawyer. So she writes me a check for $10K and I move out. I didn't even have to clean the place up, and that's a good thing because I do a lot of drugs and the house looks every bit of it. Still no thank you for aerating the walls, but whatever. I hope this is a joke. I just got 9 months of free rent in a house that otherwise would have cost me $3,000 a month, plus a nice cash for keys check. And I wasn't even charged with anything. Wow. I always thought that stealing was wrong, but it turns out if you steal a house, it's not even against the law here. So this couldn't have worked out any better. Thanks, Portland.
All right, perfect.
Wow.
Now, this is why I believe America, in essence, is a scam. You can get away with just about anything in America if you understand how the laws work. And, I heard someone say, like, that's why they call it a charge, because if you have the money, you can pay it. You can beat the charge. And so, in essence, what we have going on here is a guy who figured out how to exploit the system. Did he really do this? I don't know if he really did it, but it's something that does happen. 100% does happen. There's many stories just like this. And this is why places like Portland are down the drain. Places like LA are down the drain because they are so against capitalism. They're so against the business owner, and they're so pro-communism, right? To where a man can basically steal a house and not go to jail. Like in LA, when you can steal with $950 worth of product and not go to jail. I was a security guard. I've seen the speed thieving and the theft, like how emboldened criminals became because like you can just steal unlimited work and pretty much never go to jail. And these laws are really destroying society as a whole. You know what I mean? Well, not society as a whole, but those particular hotspots, they're getting wrecked. They're getting burned to the ground by the citizens that live there. And most people are so short-sighted that they see that they get the short-term lust fulfillment of, oh, I stole this, or I got this, or they're giving free money this. But they don't see the long-term effect, long-term ramifications of a system in America where capitalism is not the format that people accept and enjoy. You know, they have no respect for business owners in a lot of these places now. So, what do you have to say about the house stealing, Shan? Like, what's your rank on it?
I think it's sick, but
Wow.
this is America. You know, as long as you can find a loophole and you know how to maneuver, you can live rent free without paying for anything that you stole from the store. Because I believe you can steal up to like $900 or $900 something dollars in California. So I can go and shop and furnish my place with a bunch of stuff from Target. As long as I don't steal over 1,000, I'm straight. You know,
30.
And most of the time, the police, like for them, it's more of a headache to do the paperwork on it.
Right,
so
right.
really arrest you. They just like, okay, whatever. Like they don't look into it. They just go on about it.
If you're homeless, it gets even better. If you're homeless, you can basically do infinite. You don't even get touched. You don't get touched. You don't get questioned. Nothing. You're just ocean sturdy. You know?
Right.
But at the same time, they're building the mega prisons. You know, at the same time. So it's crazy. You know what I mean? So they're letting people get used to criminal activity, and then eventually they'll just drop the hammer, and everything is illegal. Everything is reckless, and everybody's in jail. You know, so that's what they're trying to do. I feel like, but I feel like the same way the Kia boys went viral and everybody started selling Kias, this video went viral. So there's gonna be a lot of people who are doing something just like this in places like Portland, in places like Los Angeles, in places probably like Austin. They're gonna be doing things just like this, just finessing the real estate and the housing, and it affects who? The homeowner the most, because the homeowner still got to pay their mortgage every single month. You know, every single month they got to still pay their mortgage, and so you know, that's something that needs to be really talked about, really studied. But I thought that was crazy. So I think we're on to our last topic. Anything else you want to say on that, or our last topic?
No, I was just gonna say that this happens all the time already. Like squatters' rights, people go and rent out an Airbnb for 30 days, get their mail sent there, and all of a sudden they have what they call squatters' rights, you know, and they're able to stay there. So essentially now, you know, like he said, you end up having to get paid by the owner to leave, and it's a headache because you have to deal with lawyers, you have to deal with all these loopholes, and because they get mail that you can't just kick them out, you can't just give them like an eviction notice. It's like so many different ways that you have to go about it that it's almost cheaper to just say, here, I'm just going to pay you some money and you get out of my house, you know? So you can make a living doing this stuff.
The legal system is a drain in the States. It really is.
Yeah, people can make a living by just being a professional house squatter, and it happens all the time.
Exactly. When you study them laws, sit down and you read them book, because just like you said, he got paid 10 bands and he got 3 months worth of rent for free. So he walked out the deal, you know what I mean, a couple grand up because he didn't pay rent for 3 months. Plus, he got 10K cash. So you guys got to think about that. And the property owner lost their mortgage. Every single month they're paying their mortgage. Every single month they're paying their lawyers. Every single month, you know what I mean? They're not getting the rental income. So there's a lot of losses for them. You know, so that's the crazy thing about certain states. It's like there are no solutions, only trade-offs. So when some people are like, "Oh, we're getting free rent," like, okay, yeah, you're getting free rent, but what does that mean for the other person on the other end, right? Like if that tenant, if that landlord was, let's say, a smaller time landlord, they only have 1-2 single family properties, that really hurts them. You know what I mean? And so it's the robbing Peter to pay Paul. They say like you're not necessarily winning too hard when you do certain things like that. There's always a consequence to it that has to come up a little bit later. And so everybody was so happy we're getting stimulus, you know, every stimulus. But now that the ramifications are coming back down the pipeline of, okay, well, now things are expensive. Now I can't afford this. Now I'm crying in my car because I got a $3 ticket. Now I'm doing Uber Eats and Uber Eats not enough. And, you know, it's a lot of tears and crocodile tears. Nobody was crying when they was getting free money. Nobody was crying when the crypto was booming. Oh, booming. Yeah, crypto. Let me teach you about crypto. Let me teach you about NFTs. Man, you know, like now all this stuff is quiet and died down. It's dead. Where the gangsters at? Yeah, where the real information at? Y'all don't know what y'all was talking about to begin with. You guys just getting lucky chances, you know. And I told the street during that time when the crypto was up that, okay, do your crypto good, make your money, okay, that's fine. But continue to focus on building a skill because skills pay the bills. And so while people were doing that, they thought the run was gonna last forever, but no run lasts forever. You know, and like they say in boxing, skills pay the bills. So those people didn't gain skills. They just played around and got lucky from time to time. And most people honestly lost all the profit they made because they stayed in too long. You know?
Yeah.
So what Warren Buffett says is when a shoe shine boy is telling me what stocks to buy, that's when I sell. So when the masses are all adopting something, that generally tells you to go the opposite way. You know, so those are some investment strategies that I always try to use and operate. I'm not even what I would say is a traditional investor. You know, sure I got some stocks stuff like that, but in reality, my main focus is investing in myself and investing in my brain so that I can develop skills. Because there's no point where I stop making money. You know what I mean? My money has continued to increase as I continue to skill up, right? You know, so for most people, I think they came out of that pandemic. You know, in the pandemic, they was getting cash. Everybody was getting some money in the pandemic. It was free money everywhere.
The pandemic bag was a different type of bag. Like everybody was trying to get money.
Yeah. Everybody was having a lot of motion, you know. But then after the pandemic got out, the people who didn't get skilled, PPP loan scammers, the stimulus only people, the crypto only people. Now a few years removed, because that was a couple years ago now when people was getting hit like that. 2020, I say. Now, most people are back. Most people are below where they started. They're below where they started, you know. And so some people are in jail. Some people don't have their freedom anymore.
Right.
So you know that stuff is wild. But y'all got to get skills. Skills pay the bills. You know what I mean? And so nolimated.com/opt-in, nolimated.com/opt-in. First link in the description. Click on that, man. Learn to make money continuously. But last topic, which is what this whole video is about, what this whole stream is about. And that is the whole Cam Newton situation. All right. Now, Cam Newton, professional football player, used to play for the Panthers. He also played for the Patriots, I believe. So he played for both of those two teams, which is awesome, which is amazing. But at the same time, he has a podcast. It's pretty viral right now. He interviews different people on his podcast, which I think is good. One of a few football players who has a successful brand out after football, which is good. He tries to do things in the community. So he created a nonprofit organization where he does like a 7v7 league, where he helps like younger youth, high schoolers, middle schoolers, come together on a 7v7 squad or seven team squad and compete. He has different athletes and professional entertainers coach the teams, and so he has coach the team, and he's trying to do good things for the community. It's like a nonprofit organization. Now during this time, as he's doing this event, he ends up getting jumped by the people who are on the different 7v7 teams, and it begs to the question: well, should you screw everybody once you make it? So let's go ahead and push play on this stream, on this video here. 1 second, guys. Pull this joker up. Screen share. Oh, dang, where's my Cam Newton at?
Come on, bruh.
I'm all queuing it up. I'm queuing it up, and it ain't even queued up. Hold on. Where that gang at? I may not even download that. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
This is like the Wednesday rant. We be planning them, guys. We plan them ahead of time, but sometimes I still be.
It's okay. Sometimes that happens, or sometimes you just don't rename the file and then.
No, it's not there. Like.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's in my email, so I'm about to pull it up.
Okay.
Download it real quick. But let the streets know about your, upcoming event if you so choose. You know what I mean? It's up to you. Oh yeah, I never even downloaded
it. What upcoming event? You talking about my birthday?
Oh. Oh, you got a birthday?
Yeah, y'all. Your girl's having a birthday. It's coming up. My birthday is actually on Saturday, this week, Saturday, March 2nd. So yeah, I'm not really a big birthday person, a big celebratory person. So I'm really just gonna be chilling, and that day is actually a Sabbath. So I'm actually gonna be home that day, relaxing, resting up, and just taking care of myself. So plan to celebrate it the day before.
All right, Mr. Producer.
Come on, bruh.
All right. All right. All right. So who do you want to start off? You want to start off? Or you want me to start off on this topic?
I'll start. Me personally, when it comes to this whole like, should you give back? Should you come back to your hood? Should you, you know what I mean, help put those on who have come up in the same city that you have? Me personally, it's like I don't love the hood that much. You know, I'm grateful to have grown up over there. I wish I would have grew up in a better neighborhood, but it is what it is. But I'm not one of those people who are like, I'm gonna fight for my block. I'm gonna fight for the block. Like that's not me. So I love it, but I'm not going back. I love my life now too much, and I feel like I'm so far removed from that. That it's not even worth me going back and being like, you know what I mean? Like, let me put the hood on my back. It's for me, it's not giving that. And you know, I like to give back to people, but just sometimes you can't do it for certain places, you know, because it's not even that you giving back. It's like people don't even like it sometimes. People don't even like it. So they will try to do things to harm you or, you know, get you going just for you being nice and being kind-hearted. And it's like, I love my life now, so I would never go back and be like, yeah, like y'all can do it too. You know, do this. I'll do it from a distance, but to go back there, that's not for me. Because I know a lot of people have jealousy, you know, and you never know who's watching. You never know why that person is angry that you made it out and they're still in it. You know, you never know. And me personally, I'm not doing it. But what do you think about it?
Well, I just saw the video and I saw, you know, nothing but African Americans fighting another African American, a successful African American, successful in terms of monetary accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed as if they were all jumping on him for like the one guy just ran up and just tried to sock him in his face from out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even involved in it. It was like he was like, "Oh, we can finally do this," and he wanted to get in on some of that action.
Right.
Beating up Cam Newton. Now it could simply be that people's eyes just drawn to him because he was taller. I don't know, but they decided to jump that man, an event he was putting on for the betterment of the community. Now you're all gonna look at a person like Malcolm X. You're gonna look at a person like Nipsey Hussle who were killed in certain environments where they were trying to get back, where they were trying to show respect to the streets. And it's going to become a point of, is this what happens when you try to, you know, be positive, be good to the community? And in my personal opinion, I believe that people's mindset has them where they are. And if you're not there anymore, it's because your mindset has evolved, your mindset has changed. And most of the time, if someone's mindset has changed, they're going to stand out from that environment. And because of that, the people whose mindset doesn't want to change, they're going to do their best to drag you down to their frequency, because you're not going to be able to raise them up to your frequency because you're overpowered. It's like if you put one ice cube in a flame raging campfire, ice cube is going to melt because there's too much heat around it. Now, if you put a whole bunch of you try to light a fire within a whole bunch of ice, it's not going to light because there's too much ice. So when there's too many poverty-plagued people around, the overarching energy will be poverty-plagued. So that one celebrity who may be more abundant mindset or have an abundant mindset can't lift up the entire group. And so it's far better to avoid situations like that. Now, me and you, Shan, we come from the trenches, you know, and we've seen how people will hate you for simple stuff. You know, you can simply get a new set of rims and the next man want to kill you. Because that one girl said, "Oh, I like your rims," and she didn't say that about him. So now he want to kill you because of that.
Right.
And so the mindset of the people who are poverty plagued, they have nothing. and they actually love poverty more than they love poverty, and therefore they stay in poverty. You know, and sometimes you, as somebody who's abundant mindset, won't understand why would somebody love poverty, but in reality, a lot of people do. Most people love it, and they're comfortable there because they rather deal with the poverty that they know versus trying to go out and beyond that. You try to bring someone to a nicer area, nice part of town, they'll feel uncomfortable, and they'll find an excuse to leave. They'll find a reason to leave, or they'll mess it up to go back to what
that
they
starts
know.
to act out. Yeah.
Exactly. And so most people are comfortable with poverty. And so me personally, like, I don't really believe in going back to the hood and let's get back to the hood. No, I believe in doing good work and letting your actions be able to be studied by the people who want to come out, who want to be successful, because you can't want it and not be committed to it, you know? And so my thing is, I wouldn't necessarily go to the hood per se, but when you make certain content, you make certain interviews, you make certain videos, you can still, because a lot of people come to us and talk to us and say, I had your story, or I'm going through what you used to go through, different things like that, you know? So we're still reaching those exact same people that we want to reach.
Right. Because not everybody growing up in a hood is a product of that environment.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so those ones who do want to be helped, like who want to be helped, who need to be helped, like I believe that the Most High will put your content or your message or your event in front of them somehow, some way, because they're going to be in different, you know, frequencies. And so they're going to receive different messages. And so my thing is, you know, doing it like that. You know, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. You know, I'm not big on the whole, oh, I got to go back to the hood. I got to do this type of stuff, because most people in the hood, the vast majority of people in the hood want to stay there, and they will stay there. They will not improve life. And if you do improve your life, they're going to be jealous of you every second of the moment. And if they have a chance to knock you off, they will. And so I think it's more of a risk for a very little payoff, you know, doing certain things like that. So
yeah. And they will definitely feel like entitled to what you have. They'll start counting your pockets for you and be like, oh, since you know, I knew you one time, I said what's up to you one time, or you know, now you owe me something, you know, because you got money, and you know, if you don't give them what the exact amount of money which they want, now they're angry. Now they're like, okay, I'm gonna, you know what I mean, do something to you, or I'm gonna take it, you know. And the easy route is usually taken for them, which is, you know, some type of crime, but it's just like, it's sad. But me personally, love it, love y'all, love the neighborhood. But as far as going back, I don't think I would go back and be like, yeah, let me put the whole city on my back. And because a lot of times when you do that those are the people who end up killing you.
I mean, they try to physically harm this man. They try to put physical damage to this man's body. Groups.
And what were they gonna get from that? Like after they fought him, say they knocked him out. What were they gonna get from that? You know?
Exactly. When you have somebody who's been in the NFL for years, multiple teams, multi-millionaire, built successful brands, built successful podcasts, have thrown live event, you can be asking this man questions, getting information that you would never be able to access on your own. And instead you decide to throw a punch at his face and try to knock him out and try to teach him that you're tough. And the whole time this man stood on business. He didn't even go down at all.
And he's still trying to talk to him, like even during the fight, he like, hold on, like stop. He literally trying to like hold them away. He's not even like, oh, I'm finna go back in and you know what I mean, and hit them. He's literally like, hold on, because I feel like in his head he probably like try to process like, why are these people doing this? You know what I mean? Like I probably didn't see these people grow up. You know, I didn't been working with these people for years and blah blah blah. You know, you never know the situation, but it wasn't even like he was like, oh yeah, I'm finna, you know what I mean, do damage. And Cam is a big dude. Like if he wanted to swing, he could probably have knocked them people out, you know? But he wasn't even doing that. He was just like, hold on, like what's going on? Hold on, stop. He's still trying to break up the fight, even though he's the one getting beat up, you know?
Right. And it's a lot of risk that's carried. Boss, there's a lot of risk that's carried for him. He shouldn't, you know, he can't be doing it. And that's the sad part, is that the hood, they wanted this. The people in that environment, the vast majority of them, wanted this program to be destroyed subconsciously because they don't think they're worthy of it. And they finally find a way to potentially have this program destroyed. So, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So, I mean, that to me is this week's Wednesday rant. Squared. Speak to these streets. You know, if you got something to say to them, you know.
No, thank you guys for watching this Wednesday rant. If you guys want to keep up with me and some of my travel content, I post a lot on my TikTok. So you guys can follow me over there at the Informative Expat. I dropped it in the chat. And then of course subscribe to my brother No Limit Eddie's channel and hit that like button. Let us know if you want any other topics covered in the Wednesday rant. If you guys see anything, drop a comment down below. Let us know.
Perfect. Same here, man. I really enjoyed you guys on these Wednesday rants. You know what I mean? We just go live on these Wednesdays and talk jazz. So great way to kind of share our thoughts on things, bring you guys some new content that maybe you haven't heard. And maybe these things are something that you can listen to while you're driving, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll give you a laugh, maybe it'll make you think, maybe it'll make some of you guys upset, maybe it'll make some of you guys upset and you guys might want to just do something different and change some stuff up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and make sure to like it, like Shan said. And hey, maybe we see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing? Shalom.